Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. I have a special gift for you today. A reusable promises, believing, and prayer bookmark that you can laminate and use again and again. And look at this. It also comes with a magnet pen holder that you can easily assemble so your notes are always within reach. Plus, it coordinates with our Faith Folio customizable pack. And this digital pack is a bundle that you can print and personalize and use to grow your faith daily. So make sure to opt in using the link in the description and get your bookmark gift and access the Faith Folio customizable pack. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video and comment and share so others can be blessed. So let's get started. We'll get back to this when we're done with this and then understand how it all works, okay? In your free gift, you will receive this one and you will also receive this one. I took the liberty of cutting this out, but let me explain what it is. It's a bookmark and you're going to be able to print this and print as many as you want and use one of these as the front and use one of these as the back. And what you're going to end up doing, if you'd want to reuse it over and over, you're going to be able to laminate it, or you laminate it so that you'd be able to use it over and over. Now, included in it, like I mentioned earlier, you have these for your magnetic pen holders. And I'll explain a little bit of this. This one is panel A, this is panel B, and this is an inner panel. And this is optional use. It's going to be dependent on you on when you assemble it, if you're going to want to use this. Now, when you cut this out, I printed these out and I printed them up on cardstock. So they're a little thicker and you can glue them together and then, round off the ends, or you could actually print them off of a paper and then put them on a different colored cardstock and just make it a little bit wider. Totally up to you. That's what these pieces that I've Everlasting Evid has always gifted you guys, is so that you can grow in your faith, that you have something handy, something quick to be able to grab and write down stuff, or while you're sitting and waiting somewhere, you can be praying, your list of things that that I need to pray for this, I need to pray for that, things that you're believing for, and just use them how you want. Okay, so why don't we get started? This is already cut, so we're going to work only on this one. And let me move this out of the way so that we can work on this. Okay, I am going to use a glue stick to put it together. So let's get started with the glue stick. My glue stick. Okay. And I'm going to, just to keep it together, because what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up laminating it. Okay. And once I laminate it, or when I put it in the plastic to laminate it, it shouldn't move and it shouldn't go anywhere. But so that this doesn't move in the laminate sheet, I'm gonna stick it together if I can here. Okay, so here you have it. So you can actually just use it like this and decide if you want to go with that. That's perfectly fine too. If you want to go ahead and round your corners, this would be a great time to round your corners, which I'm going to go ahead and round off. I'm going to use the 4 millimeters. That's my preferred choice. And these are great. It's got the different size or rounders. So this is something that I got off of Amazon a while back. And what you do is you make sure that this corner sticks all the way in here. Let's see if you can see that. Does that show? See how it's empty right there? And there's where it's going in. You have to make sure that it's aligned, and then it does that for you. Okay, so let's do that. And I might have done that one wrong. There we go. And there's that. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean that off. Okay, here we've gone ahead and we've cut this out now, and we've glued it together so that it can stay. Now there are different options of what you can do to make it reusable, and let me show you what I've got. You can use this, and this is for the machine. So you use your laminating machine for this. They also sell self-laminating sheets that you can just use like a vinyl, and you peel it and you can use that. So whatever you choose to do, just make sure that your wet erase works with it, okay, and it doesn't rub off. You use a dry erase, chances are it's just going to rub off and you're not going to have anything to use, okay? Let's turn that off and let's move that aside. So here I've laminated it, and here's the dry. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut the edges off of this. Okay. So here you have your bookmark, and as you can see, I'm rubbing that and it's not really coming off. It needs to be wet in order for it to come off, because it's a wet erase. Okay, so this, what we end up doing is, this is not complete, and the reason it's not complete is this is a pocket, an adhesive pocket that I can put on inside my Bible, inside my devotionals, depending on which size I'm using, my folios. Those are these. This one right here, it's a clear pockets. It's adhesive. I bought it on Amazon, and they come with different sizes, and this one is the biggest one. Use the wet erase here. As you can see, it's not coming off. Okay, so this is part of the other pack, and it gives you different options of different things that you can use and put together, and you can use it for prayers, you can use it for journals and notebooks, Bible study, faith crafting, notes, scripture memorization, reflection, and much more. It's up to you and your imagination how far you want to take it. This is the bifold, this is the trifold that comes with it, and you decide how you want to put this. And it's a mix and match, so you can customize and personalize it. You want to put something else here, you want to put something else here, you want to use a different paper, you want to leave it blank, you want to add different journaling blocks. It's up to you. They are included in this pack, and you'll find the link in the description box. So this is an option, and of course this one you can carry with you, and you can write your stuff and keep it with you. But it's a whole packet, and to use together. And on the wet erase, I bought the Expo brand, and they sell this entire packet like this. This is the ultra fine, semi-permanent. It's not going to completely stay off there, but it's water activating to erase. Okay, so these are things to keep in mind. Oh, I forgot to say, if you wanted to punch a hole in it, you can. Again, up to you. I'm not punching a hole in this, for the reason being that I want it to be able to, wherever I put it or take with me, you'll be able to just not have to worry about the bulk of a ribbon or an eyelet or any of that. It's just so much easier to put it in your Bible. What you are going to need is, this goes on one side, okay? this is going to go on the other side, and then you're going to put the elastic on both of the sides, and the elastic is going to be for the pen holder. Okay, so it's going to pretty much going to look like this and like this. Okay, but sandwiched in between the elastic pieces is going to be the magnet. Okay, this piece is to go on top of the magnet if you wanted a cover for your magnet. Depends on which magnet you end up using. In my case, I had these, and these are the 3M, and if I'm not mistaken, they're the 1 inch. But you can see they are a little thick, and I'm not too keen about how thick they are. When you put the paper on it, you'll end up seeing the whole circle. So if you have these or something similar to that, I do recommend that when you're going to use these, and let me yank 2 of these out so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, these magnets have adhesive. Okay, but see how it's sticking right there? If you're going to use these, I don't know why when I used these before, they didn't completely stick together. For some reason or other, they kept moving. So if you're going to use these, I would recommend that you put a piece of paper in between, okay, to make sure that they're going to stay exactly where they need to stay. Okay, sometimes magnets will bounce off when they won't connect, so that's something to keep in mind depending on the type of magnet that you're going to use. These are a little bigger, so this magnet could work on there and it probably would look great, but instead of a magnet like this or these smaller ones, or these smaller ones, I am going to use Mr. Pen adhesive magnetic sheets. Okay, and the reason I'm going to use these is 1, they have the adhesive, and 2, they're much thinner. See how thin they are? And I think that would work better with these, so they're not as bulky. Okay, so now we've got everything cut. These are laminated. You've already seen the extra pack here. And what we're going to go ahead and do is do the pen holder for the magnets. So these are the magnets, and as you can see, they've been cut down almost about 2 by 2. Both of them right here. And that's what these sizes are. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut the elastic at about 4 inches just to give it a little bit of extra sturdiness there. So I'm going to cut that at 4 and 4. Okay. And here what you need to remember is your elastic is supposed to go on this side. Okay. On this side, on the right side of the panel A. And same thing goes for this one. Okay, so when you put these down, you've got to make sure that you flip these like this. So if I lift it up, it's going to look like this. Okay, because once you put the magnet on, it's going to hold on to the page like this, and the pen's going to go on this side, and your book opens up this way. Okay, so we want to go ahead and do it that way. All right, so let's do that. Going back again, these are supposed to look like this. When you have it open, it'll look like this. So what we want to do is we just want to flip this completely like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give the elastic about 1.25 inches, give or take, right there, just a little bit of space. And we're going to use our our double stick tape to tape this down. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. There's one. Probably put a little bit more than what I needed, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. And let's take this off. There's that. Again, remembering that these go like this. All you're going to do is flip them like this. Okay, so we've got about 1 1/4 inch right there. And that's how we're going to put our elastic down. Doesn't have to be exact, no worries. What'll end up happening is once we've got it all taped down, you'll be fine. Okay, right there. We've got about 1 1/4 inch right there. And you probably have a better view if I actually did it correctly. Now here, all we're going to do is we are going to take this off and we're going to put it on top of the square. And it's okay if it goes over or it's under. You'll be able to cut the edges off that and fix it. And that's why I left a lot of room on the edges here, so if you needed to trim it down, you could. Always a little extra for the, little mistakes or little things that we might overlook. Okay. Okay. This side. And there you have it. And then I'll just trim them up in just a bit. There you can hang your pin off of that. So here you have it. And of course this isn't the right pin for this, but it'll hold your pen. You can see. Okay. So I'm going to take this off and move this over. And let's go ahead and finish the blue one. With that, we've got the whole complete set. So these, of course, would be on the inside if you chose to cover these. I would use something really thin, not cardstock, because you are already going to put something in between, and having, 2 covers and then whatever you're going to put this or use it in, it may not grab. It may be too much, see, compared to when you don't have anything. Okay, so keep that in mind when you use these. These are more for those round magnets, if in case you use those. Okay, so here's the extra pack. Here are the 2 pen holders. And then the 2 bookmarks. I cut this one a little smaller just to see what it would look like. Just a tiny bit. Okay, praying for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you've already subscribed, yay, this is fantastic. And don't forget to check your inbox, because the download link for your bookmark and your pen holder is already there. It's waiting for you. And if you're new to here, be sure to opt in using the link in the description so you don't miss any future gifts or any printables or any faith building resources. And before you go, subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Your support helps this community grow and spreads God's promises even further. So until next time, stay encouraged, keep standing on His word, and happy faith journaling. Remember, it's always time to inspire, Bye.